The Self Access Centre is a university-wide facility, and it's where students can come to do some independent learning for their language study, to consolidate what they do in class as well. And it was recently refurbished, and now we have 44 computer stations where students can do some learning with computer-based materials. There are the websites, the satellite television, so the more technological side of language learning. But we also have traditional paper-based resources too. The centre's open from 9 in the morning generally until 6:37 p.m. in the evening. Students come in whenever they have a bit of free time. They have to undergo a short induction session where they're registered as users, and then they can use it whenever they want. We try to vary all the materials that we have because every student has their own way of learning. So there are students who prefer to use technology and multimedia, and then there are others who prefer the more traditional based resources. So we try to accommodate everybody. So we have magazines, newspapers, we've got easy reader books that students can use as well. We've got a reference section with the dictionaries, so as much as we can really. Anybody, members of staff or students who are not doing a language can come up and either brush up on a language that they know already, or they may be able to use one of our sort of ready-made packages to learn another language from scratch.
This is actually a teaching facility rather than a self-access facility. So basically what that means is that we bring our students in here. We try and get each group in once per week. We teach 3 hours a week, so we try and get 1 week in one of our digital classrooms. We currently have 5, but we're on a rolling modernisation programme, so our analogue labs in a couple of years' time will all become digital like this. The beauty of a classroom like this is that allows you as a teacher to teach in a media-rich environment. So the old analogue labs only allowed you to transfer tape, audio tape, and the students would listen to it and could interact a little bit with the tape. Whereas here we can send them text, we can send them audio, we can send them video, they can access the internet at the same time. And our students, being as technologically savvy as they are these days, they are very happy to navigate through various windows that they have open at the same time. The software that runs the classroom, as part of it, has a classroom management system, which again gives the teacher a certain amount of control as to how to divide the class into different groups, which media to use with which group, but also to interact with individual students to the exclusion of everybody else, or to interact with group of students, to control and monitor what they do and help if need be, and also for the students to interact with the teacher. But one of the biggest advantages is that you can expose them to so many different authentic accents of the language that they are learning. There's, as you would imagine, a wealth of podcasts and videocasts available on the net, radio stations that you can guide them to. It's all sorts of vocabulary work you can do. You can do drill work if you wish. So you can do a little bit of the old style teaching, if you like, but also the communicative teaching, because the software allows you to do exercises where the students, you can pair them up. They can record themselves, they can check their pronunciation against that of a master track, if you like, but also do some collaborative work.
Very importantly, we have lots of native speakers, which students appreciate, particularly when they come to university. We have a good balance of English speakers, but also native speakers. And at the highest levels, we offer, in French, German and Spanish, we offer 6 different levels, and at the highest levels we tend to employ the native speakers because students often feel very challenged, and they feel they are getting the authentic language. We have a lot of students wanting to start languages from scratch, and we offer 8 languages from scratch. That's Arabic, French, German, Greek, Italian, Japanese, Spanish and Mandarin. The Language Centre is part of the School of Modern Languages and Cultures, and you have other languages taught in the academic departments. So there is a lot on offer. Really, the 8 languages I mentioned are not the the only ones. We also have all the Slavonic studies languages which are offered through the school, the Department of Slavonic Studies. And we have resources in the Self-Access Center for Slavonic languages as well. One unique feature of our jobs, I think, is the fact that we never get the same groups. You always have to adapt to the group you get, because there are so many different backgrounds, so many different nationalities within a group. It is a challenge, but this is something students really enjoy when they come to our classes, because they are away from their main department. They meet students doing studying different subjects. They meet students from different nationalities. So it's really an excellent way of enhancing your cultural awareness. You don't just learn the language, but you also learn a lot about different cultures. And this is good for students, but it's also excellent for staff, because staff have to be aware culturally in their everyday lives with other members of staff, because there are so many native speakers, but also with lots of different students. So we have to adapt our teaching methodologies, which makes it a very, very interesting job.